Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück. Gerade hinsetzen ist immer eine gute Maßnahme. Bei Subnautica Zero natürlich. Wir sind am Upgraden wie die Wilden. Ich würde sagen, ich brauche noch ein bisschen Zeug. Und zwar brauchen wir das Überbrückungsmodul. Das brauchen wir storymäßig als nächstes. Das haben wir ja schon. Genau. Ne, Schubkanone nicht. Mineraldetektor ist völlig useless ein. Weiß ich nicht. Den Speer-Pinguin, den werden wir später auf jeden Fall noch brauchen, wenn wir dann mehr an Land gehen. Genau, Dockabteil haben wir gebaut gehabt, das ist auch sehr wichtig. So. Gleich mal ein Frachtmodul. Ein Dingensmodul hier und ein Sprungtriebwerk, oder? Vielleicht ein Wurfhakenarm. Und auf jeden Fall einen Bohrerarm. Das brauchen wir auch und das hier auch. Mist. Und wieder erweiterter Kabelsatz, das ist unfassbar. Oh nein. Wir haben ja kein Kühlend Need mehr, also wird das mit dem Wärmereaktor nichts. Weg damit. Dann machen wir lieber den hier noch. Dass wir mal ein paar Module und so reinkriegen. Ja. Tauchflasche mit Ultramarker. Beschleunigermodul. Ah ja, okay. Brauchen wir nicht. Das brauchen wir nun wirklich nicht. Gut, machen wir erstmal die Module. Auf jeden Fall hier links und rechts werde ich dann die großen Räume ansetzen wollen. Vielleicht erstmal nur in die Richtung. Das sehen wir ja dann. Ich will natürlich hier überall Glaskuppeln draufsetzen. Da auch. Beim nächsten dann auch. Gut. 8, 9, 10, 15. 15 mal Titan. Sehe ich das richtig? Ja. 15 Titan. 6, 12, 13, 14, 15. Das ist eine Menge Holz. Vielleicht sollte ich die nach und nach bauen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Lithium, 7 Lithium. Okay. Und da geht uns das Lithium wieder aus. Das darf nicht wahr sein. Warte, 3 Schwefel, 2 Dingens. Okay. Hier Diamanten. Zwei erweiterte Kabelsätze. Okay, warte, ich mache jetzt erstmal... Moment. Das brauchen wir gar nicht. Weil... wir das hier haben. Aha. Dann mache ich ein Krebssprungtriebwerk erstmal weg. Weg damit. Ich mache jetzt erstmal das Frachtmodul noch für den Krebs. Den Bohrerarm kann ich auch schon machen. Erstmal das. Und das. Und was war das? Wurfhakenarm, ja, den brauche ich auf jeden Fall. Okay, habe ich hier noch einen? Nee, ne? Ne, hier ist es wieder leer. Davon brauche ich einen, davon brauche ich einen und einen Kabelsatz. Zack, zack. Moment. Ich brauche eigentlich 3 Kabelsätze. So. Was habe ich noch für Quatsch gedacht? Aber egal, die 2 Gold brauchen wir auf jeden Fall auch noch. 2, nicht 3. 1, 2. So. Ist da noch? So, das kann weg, das kann weg, das okay, warte. Das haben wir gerade gemacht. Den haben wir gemacht und den haben wir gemacht. Dieses Benzol machte man wie? Okay. Höhlenrosensporen und ein Geißelkörbchen. Brauchen noch 2 Computerchips. 2 Kupferdrähte, 4 Tischrollenproben. Also 4 Kupfer, 4 Tischrollen. Nein. So. So. Okay, da können wir jetzt schon mal das Zugkraftmodul bauen. So. Jetzt brauche ich nur noch ein Benzol. Und dann kann ich auch den Wurfhaken anmachen. So. Genau. Und dann haben wir, glaube ich, soweit alles Mögliche, was wir erstmal brauchen könnten. Ich baue natürlich auch noch eben schnell ein. Warte mal, hier Vorrat ansehen. 4, 2, 4, 6. Also 4, 6, 12 aus den 24 Plätze. Rechts machen wir den hier. Links machen wir den hier. Tiefmodul. Bodentriebwerk. Da haben wir noch Platz für ein weiteres Upgrade. Wärmekraftwerk dann später wahrscheinlich. Wird dann interessant sein. Oh, 4, 5, 2, 4, 6. Okay, 6 Plätze mehr, naja. Immerhin.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Dann natürlich auch noch ihn hier. Nachbrenner, warte mal, ich tue mal den hier vielleicht dahin. Den hier dahin. Den hier dahin. Dann haben wir auch nochmal hier einen Platz für irgendwas, was wir noch nicht wissen, was. Okay. Dann räume ich den Rest jetzt mal wieder weg, den wir dann doch nicht gebraucht haben. So. Ja. Die Batterien sind so eine Sache, ne? Ich würde eigentlich ganz gerne doch eventuell schon mal Ionenbatterien machen. Das könnte ganz schön teuer werden. Da brauche ich 8 Stück nur für die 2 Dinger. 2, 4, 6 Stück habe ich nur. Da warten wir vielleicht noch mit. Dann werden die Ausflüge vielleicht nicht ganz so lang noch. Was ja auch nicht das Schlechteste sein muss. Ich werde mal ganz kurz den machen. Den machen. Und den machen. Ja, 1, 2, 3. Wunderbar. Eine Ersatzbatterie hätte ich dann noch gerne. Die dürfte als erstes voll sein. Machen wir das so. Gut. Dann würde ich vielleicht sagen, wir gehen jetzt mal kurz die ganzen Daten durch. Einfach nur, weil das sonst irgendwann so viel wird, dass man gar keinen Bock mehr drauf hat. Stell mich mal hier hin. So. Datenbank erstmal. Aufzeichnung, Kommunikation, Altera.
I'm telling you, Sammy, you see some weird things when you spend half your day in a sea truck.
More vandalism? Was it the sea monkeys again?
I don't think so. I can't shake the feeling this planet is cursed.
There's no such thing as a curse.
Yeah, you're probably right. That's nothing. You wouldn't want to hear about it anyway. Just a huge creature frozen in ice.
What?
Was?
Where?
In a cave, not far from your lab. And here's the extra weird part. As soon as I called it in, they closed off the area. Don't want anyone going in there.
But why?
Sammy, I'm no biologist, but I think there was something wrong with it. Its skin just seemed off. Alien.
An alien on planet 4546b. No.
I'm serious, Sam. Something ain't right. Wish I could show you, but I can't get back in there.
You can't. But I might know how to.
Whatever you're thinking, we never had this conversation.
Okay. Wo war denn Sams Aufenthaltsort?
Think of the possibilities. Life-saving treatments, genetic research. It could be a window to understand the evolution of life on this planet. The findings could move us forward by years. We recommend a wider study, using samples collected from a greater variety of sites around the original pustules. We trust you will provide the necessary security to do so. The Leviathan site must be protected. We've studied the first Corral bacteria samples from the specimen. Results are promising. We were able to stimulate rapid multiplication of cells in a controlled environment, resulting in the creation of several different mutations with potentially useful applications. Think of the possibilities. Life-saving treatments, genetic research. It could be a window to understand the evolution of life on this planet. The findings could move us forward by years. We recommend a wider study, using samples collected from a greater variety of sites around the original pustules.
In Angeln.
We trust you will
Tower maintenance log. Okay,
This time the birds have really done it. I don't know what they've been eating, but it's corrosive when it comes out the other end. I'm gonna need to rewire. I'm short an element to fabricate the right cable. I remember seeing some when I did that dive to the old ship. I'm gonna go out there and see if I can get some more. That should fix it. Maintenance status? In progress.
Okay.
Communications tower maintenance log. Another day, another slight by the winged furies. As usual, I got an interference alert. As usual, I went out to see what the problem was. As usual, it was frozen stalagmites of feathered bird excrement. I fear the career impact of saying this officially, if you can even call what I have a career. But I could swear they're targeting me personally. The week I was out with the flu, I came back to find the tower spotless. Parvin laughed at me when I asked him how he cleaned it. Silly me. As if Parvin would ever clean anything. There's nothing left for me to do but quit. But I know that's what the birds want me to do. Oh, and I got the tower up and running. Maintenance complete.
Alter Schwede, wie viele das mittlerweile... Oh. Deswegen meine ich mich, das müssen wir machen.
I challenged your spy pengling to a foot race earlier.
Because you got tired of losing to me?
Ouch. What if I've been letting you win so I could see you smile?
Cute.
Hm.
But I don't believe it. There are easier ways to make someone smile.
Easier than losing a foot race?
Oh, I think you're a woman with many talents.
What are you implying?
The artwork that appeared in my lab the other day?
Oh, that. A study in Parhelion Red.
I assume you had something to do with that.
That depends. Do you like it?
It's beautiful. Like the person who gave it to me.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you were flirting with me.
Do you know better?
I don't know what I know anymore. Not when you're looking at me like that.
Mhm. Gut.
Good morning, Frostpack. Just a quick update to inform you of some key achievements and priority shifts we need you all to get behind. The Spy Pengling project was a resounding success. Please join me in congratulating Samantha IU, who is now reassigned to Outpost Zero, helping us dream of future initiatives. Congratulations are also in order for Danielle Valenti and her team at Omega Lab. The closing of Phi Robotics means important funds can be redirected to their Kara bacteria study, which has important, positive implications for the life sciences. You're all doing an exceptional job, and I don't want to promise anything, but HQ has been taking notice. Keep up the good work, and I think we can start discussing bonuses soon.
Piotr. Okay, Kuschelhaie nennen, okay. Okay, das kann man ja... Wer es lesen will, kann pausieren. Also, ich lasse es ganz kurz. Okay, das hören wir natürlich wieder an.
For the last time, I'm not cheating.
Then what's your theory? What's going on?
If you ask me, Zeta's been blinking a lot. I think it's a tell.
He does have a point there.
It's allergies.
Allergies? Oh, is something in bloom in this frozen sector?
Thermal lilies. And if you gang up on me, I swear you're all fired.
You're not even my boss.
Oh, you're all so gullible. You're fighting each other. Meanwhile, look at Parvin. Just look at him.
What am I doing? I'm not doing anything.
Let's just take this to a vote. All those who think Zeta's allergies are a bad case of alienitis, say intruder.
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 Intruder. Danny,
Oh, I'm just an observer here.
I'm going to use my pass.
is there some kind of scientist conspiracy going on here? Zeta, Sam, Danielle, you three are suddenly very aligned.
Or, like I said, Parvin is cheating.
I'm starting to wish I was cheating.
Okay, ich habe eine tolle Idee.
Jenny, you wouldn't believe the adventure I'm having. It's just like when we were kids and we used to play Underwater City, only the sea monsters aren't pretend, and I don't need to hide behind you when one swims by, because I'm safe in my sea truck. Safe and very, very brave. please tell Dad for me. Thanks so much for the mustache kit, by the way. Be honest, I wasn't sure if it was a gag gift at first. Personal grooming is something of a challenge here, and as you know, I'm a pretty low-maintenance guy to begin with. But you'd be surprised how handy mustache wax is in an emergency. There have been some close scrapes. For a while there, someone was sabotaging my truck, and I thought I was seeing things. But my friend Sam helped me sort it out. Although, she's had some troubles of her own lately. To be honest, I get a little worried out here sometimes. But I guess that's normal, under the circumstances. Gotta expect a little risk, right? I should be happy. I have great friends and a good paycheck. Anyway, love you, Jenny, and Dad. Please find a way to tell him that he won't find embarrassing. And don't worry, I'm looking for the perfect fish to bring back as a gift. Your favorite.
Ah ja.
Ah, jeez. These sea monkeys are gonna get me in trouble. This is the third shipment that those buggers have gotten their weird little hands into. Now we're running low on flares, and I'm gonna have to search nearby nests for stolen cargo. They're lucky they're kinda cute. Raccoons of the sea, those ones. Oh, hey, Parvin. Can I get you to sign off here?
What is all this?
I don't know. Some kind of measuring equipment? Lil said she'd send someone over to set it up later.
Ah, alien science nonsense.
I wouldn't say that. You should ask her to show you some of her findings. It's pretty interesting stuff. There might really be someone down there.
You ask me, scientists have too much control over here.
What?
I'm serious. Look around you. This mining facility extracts every mineral your scientists use to make their equipment. Their bases, their scanners, even your little sea trucks.
I wouldn't call them little.
Do you know the name of a single person who works down here?
Well, I know you, Parvin.
Ah, tell Lillian she's wasting her time. There's nothing down here but workers, and we already know we don't spark her curiosity.
Fred, great to see you. Come on in. You don't mind if I record this, do you?
Am I in trouble?
No. You know me. Just a fanatic for details. And my memory's not what it used to be.
I know what that's like.
Yes. Is that why you've been running so many personal errands for your colleagues? We asked you to limit them.
So I am in trouble.
That's not how I want you to look at it. Here's what I see. You're a team player. You want to get the job done.
I think I have a pretty good record there.
You want people to like you.
Has anyone complained?
Fred, the trouble is, not everyone is as reliable as you are. Sometimes people need help being where they need to be and concentrating on their work.
All the trips were work-related.
It appears you transported tech for Lil, rather far out from her base.
Well, it needed to go deep, and she needed a sea truck.
Her work is currently on surface installations. She shouldn't be anywhere near the water.
No
more favors to friends, agreed?
Yes, sir.
I keep telling you. Call me Manu.
Ja. Oh, mir fehlt das Seewarn-Logbuch Nummer 1.
Cheese on a cracker. It saw me. Managed to eject the cargo modules and hide. Sitting here with the lights off, sweating through my shirt. I'm not gonna get pooped out of the back end of a sea monster to save Alterra some money. Manuel is not going to be happy. Not one bit. The damn ugly thing followed me into the shallows. Didn't think something that big would follow me up here. Had to jettison the sea truck. Again. I guess I could try to go back for the parts when it leaves. If it leaves. I really don't want to sit in another meeting with Emmanuel. Manu, as he likes to be called. I just want to drive around and deliver cargo in peace.
Okay. Oh.
Investigation notes. Omega Lab was first breached by heavy impact, perhaps from a sea truck modified with some sort of battering implement.
A localized explosive charge was then released and detonated from a distance. Lab equipment was damaged to the point of inoperability, and all live specimens were destroyed. No personnel was injured. Samples have been collected for analysis to determine whether any bacteria escaped. It is, however, unlikely. The heat of the charge should have boiled everything within a 10-meter radius.
Mhm.
Oh, Danny's not here, I'm afraid.
That's okay. It's you I wanted to see. What's that you're working on?
Just a sketch for a piece I want to make. I'm slacking off. Don't tell the boss lady.
I won't. It's beautiful. What is it?
I'm doing a series inspired by bacteria. Mutant beauty. Life, death, risk. You know, that kind of thing.
What's this one? It looks like Karab, but... Vin, is this a mutation?
It's just an art project.
You know you're doing that thing with your neck, like when you're trying to bluff an alien intruder.
Alright, fine. Fine. I'm bad at lying.
Are you mutating Karab bacterium from the frozen Leviathan? Here? In this lab?
Please, don't ask me any more questions.
I don't think I need to.
David, you'll be happy to know the Frost Pack is making excellent progress. I must say, my management style appears to be uniquely well-suited to isolated planets. I miss you, of course, but I wonder if you feel it too. As great as we are together, we're almost better apart. Just look at how well Prosperina did in her last show. I'm sorry I couldn't be there to see it, but I'm sure if I'd been around, I'd only have made her nervous. Once this mission is over, I'll come home for a few good months. And then, what do you think if we look at reorganizing our expectations to facilitate longer-term separation success? I really think this could be a great model for us going forward, romantically and otherwise. Don't forget, I love you from the depths of my heart. Keep on succeeding in your projects. You know there's nothing I find more attractive.
Okay, das waren die Sachen. Oh. Okay. Unabhängiger Ermittler, okay. Mhm. Persönlichkeit E3A302C5N1. Alles klar, weiß Bescheid. Ja, wieder. Naja, ja. Unser Sea-Truck-Pilot, IT-Kurier und Wartungsgeneralist. Mhm. Kann ich denn... Ah, hier. So. Schulungen damit, also wird empfohlen, alle Schulungen auf... Ja, das ist folgendermaßen. Okay, die Schulung vom Xenowerks. Also einfach pausieren, wenn es wollt. Und sind trotz Schulen, die eine Aufgabenbewältigung. Okay. Mhm. Aha. Karten. Genau, die werden noch interessant. Omega, da waren wir. Das war das in dem Felsen drinne. Das ist natürlich da oben, wo wir den Mast gleich noch machen müssen. Das ist da unten die Tauchstelle, wo wir dann gewesen sind. Und das sind die zwei oberen Außenposten. Da müssen wir auf jeden Fall noch mal hin.
I'm alive. Stefanos saved me. The Mercury attempted an emergency takeoff and everything seemed fine. I was helping the bridge crew with the emergency takeoff since the crew is, well, was shorthanded because of everything. I heard the sound of metal tearing and for a split second, everything was tinged bright green and unbearably hot. Then I saw daylight and I was looking down at the ocean and ice. The strongest wind I've ever felt roared in my ears, ripping through the ship. People went flying out the side of the Mercury, so much screaming and chaos. I was lucky. I had just clipped into my sea tinker. Stefanos came out of nowhere, like a malaika, an angel. I felt his rough, calloused hand grasp mine with the gentlest of urgency. It felt like time slowed. He said, "I gotcha. Just follow me, Ella." I don't know how, but he used an emergency tether to drag me to the nuclear reactor core, the strongest bulkhead in the ship. We hit the water and everything went black. He's sleeping. I think he might have hit his head. I'm exhausted. The adrenaline has long since worn off and my body aches. I think I might have fractured the rib. I'm gonna shut my eyes for a bit. When I wake up, I'll figure this out. I'll save us.
Alles klar. Uiuiui, das ist echt sehr
Sol
viel.
should pay me more to lead these missions. I saved the whole damn crew from destruction. Mercury 2 was nearly obliterated by an immensely powerful energy beam. I don't know any weapon system with that level of capability. The power source to get that kind of range must be, well, otherworldly. We got lucky. The energy signature is similar to some of the weaponry meant to counter pirates on mining freighters. The refraction of the beam across the atmosphere? Orion's belt, it looked like the Northern Lights. Such power. I fired the emergency flares and dumped water from the nuclear core. I think the heat signature confused the weapons tracking for just an instant. I managed a slight evasive maneuver, and I felt the Mercury get rocked by the sonic boom as the nuclear runoff rapidly evaporated. That alone could have taken us out. Definitely asking for a pay raise. This is not what I signed up for. My days of risky missions should be behind me. But what the hell? I still got it. Even if it was luck. Hopefully, whatever didn't want us on the planet doesn't mind when we leave.
We need to get off this planet. I mean, the morning started out so well. I took a team of 6 out to find the structures from the planetary scans, and we were all in high spirits. I mean, who wouldn't be? These structures would be clues to another sentient race. It was highly unlikely that another colony would be out this far. We were gonna be in the frickin' history books. Everything was going okay. We were a few miles from the ship when our radios picked up an actual signal. It sounded like an SOS. We got overly excited naturally and decided to enter the water to follow it. That decision cost 3 lives. I mean, half my team. They got ripped to shreds by something. They died screaming, alone in the cold, dark waters. I'm not going back in that godforsaken ocean again. I refuse. Some of the animals on this planet, they look sick too. Weird pustules on the skin, oddly sluggish. I think we should leave. But Diana said we should stay. She thinks the biopatent payoffs would be worth it, but those families will never see their loved ones again. They don't care about no payoffs. We can't return the bodies. I don't care about the accolades or the history books. I just want to see Layla and the kids. Man. I miss the smell of my wife's hair. The kids tackling me at the door again. That's all I want. To get out of here alive. Please.
My instincts are never wrong. Stefanos has always been overly cautious. He hates taking risks, which I suppose is understandable when you're in the back end of the galaxy. but no risk, no reward. Elliot finds evidence of alien architecture on a completely uncharted planet, and he expects me to ignore that? Huh. Orion's belt, I would be an absolute fool. We've done some scans, and while there aren't a lot of mineral resources on this planet, there is decent biodiversity. Teams go out in the morning. There should be a significant specimen and sample haul for biopatenting, which will be split among the crew as part of the Discovery Clause. Let's see Stephanos and everyone else complain when they have a few more Sol Transgov credits in their uniform pockets. They'll learn to trust my instincts at some point.
I can only do repairs in spurts, and it's so inefficient. The larger tools seem to set off seismic activity nearby. A crew came back telling stories of gigantic worms burrowing in the ice. I don't know what they were going on about. They were hypothermic and frostbitten because they walked back to avoid angering them. The ice shelf is probably a bit unstable and they got disoriented or something. To borrow from Diana, Orion's belt thermocouplings are not meant to be worked on in 20-minute spurts. If we break the process, we'll break the ship. But it's nice to hang out with Yasmin while we wait for the rumbles to stop. I hope she doesn't mind all my questions. I love hearing her voice. Her face lights up, and she's got the most expressive eyebrows. They're practically acrobats. The way she looks when talking about nuclear engineering is the same way I look at my grandmother's domades. The woman never sits down, though. She told me that she used to do decathlon in college, and I can believe it. She's like a bouncy ball, just all over the place. She makes rounds on the ship every day to see if people need help. I should do something nice for her. She's always helping everyone else. I wish I had a fraction of her energy.
Okay. Marguerite Mader. Ja, genau, das war die Irre.
That far out to sea, swimming back for land wasn't an option. I'd die from exhaustion long before I made it to shore. All I could do was survive long enough to wash up somewhere. I felt a suction, and suddenly, there were vast jaws rising out of the water towards me. It had taken hours for the Reaper's corpse to float to the surface. Using the knife, I clambered up her flank and got a perch on top. I figured she'd float for a few days at least, enough for me to catch my breath. But would she sink before or after I died of thirst? I had a knife, a repair tool, and 3 liters of water. At least I wasn't gonna die of exhaustion. Now, those Reapers, they're practically all muscle, but there's some fat in there. I was able to keep warm and drink the water. And I didn't have much, but I had that repair tool, so I had a spark. It took a week to light that first fire. And I know more about the burning properties of Reaper fat than I ever cared to. I had to ration fires, but as they burned, I could smoke meat that I carved out of the beast's rib cage.
Alles klar. Ah ja, das Exoskelett, das sie umgebaut hat. Wir sitzen und sagen Pfoten weg, alles klar. Dann machen wir Pfoten weg. Nachrichten. Boah. Das ist echt eine Menge, ne? Also das ist echt. Ja gut, es ist nicht alles Audiolog. Ah ja, die Aurora. Die kennen wir doch irgendwo, ja. Also wie gesagt, ne, ich werde jetzt das hier einfach nur zack, einmal so runterziehen. Langsam natürlich. Aber wenn ihr das dann genauer lesen wollt, müsst ihr kurz pausieren oder so. Das meiste kenne ich nämlich schon. Sam. Oh, Nachricht von Sam. Ghost, alles klar. Ich weiß Bescheid, ja.
Robin, guess what? I got the job. I'm going to 4546B. Now I'll be able to improve the mechanical avian amphibian under real-world stress conditions. Listen, I know your stance on Alterra, but I just hope you're happy your sis is happy. I sure hope my sis is happy. I can't wait till we talk again. Oh, I wanted to ask you something. Can you watch my Augie while I'm away? I need someone I can trust to look after my best little potato. Potato, listen. I tried, but that name is just not sticking. He's my little Oxtrabite. I'll leave the starchy tubers nicknames to you. Anyway, if you say yes, thanks, baby sis. Love you.
Alles klar.
4546B to Robin. Come in, Robin. Remember when we used to play old-timey Space Explorer? This is kind of like that, but it's even harder to communicate. Well, let's see. I got your last message. Alterra is not, as you put it, all-terrorizing me. Things are going well. My project has a new name. Say goodbye to the mechanical avian amphibian, and hello to spy penguins. We're training the bots to mimic the creatures. Check out the photo. And I think I'm kind of seeing someone. I know it's not like me to just find a date, let alone on a mostly uninhabited water planet, but actually, you know what? Forget I said anything. Yeah, it's probably not even a real thing, but anyway, I'm sorry to hear XenoWorks might be strapped in the revenue department. Sounds like they still have you busy Xeno working, though. I know there's no way to guarantee an alien intelligence startup will succeed, but you've put so much into it. I hope they find a way to keep going. I know how much it means to you, getting to work at a small place where you have control over your research. All right, I gotta go. Later, baby sis. Love you. Hey, Robin. I got your Augie photo. Thanks so much for taking care of him, even though he's a cranky Hey! The nickname actually fits that way. A cranky potato. I know he can be a handful, but I really appreciate it. I'm a bit worried about my other baby, the mission. One of my penguins found something big. But Alterra is just like nothing to see here. Honestly, kinda glad you can't answer so you can't, rub it in my face. Go ahead. Bask in the fact that you were a little bit right about them. My project is on the line. My job. My safety. I heard about XenoWorks getting bought. I'm sorry. But at least you still have your job. Guess you're one of us now. Like it or not. Welcome to the Alterra family. I should probably go before I say something I regret. Love you. Keep your chin up. Eye on the alien prize. Hey, Robin. I'm sorry my last message was so awful. I've been under a lot of stress. I'm not sure what's going on with anything. I can't really talk about it either. Oh, and I'm definitely not dating anyone on this water planet. Don't know what I was thinking there. Have I told you how cold it is here? Get this. I can't even get my wash and go dry before the wind freezes the moisturizer in my hair. Wild, right? Well, anyway, I'm sure you're mad at me after what I said, but I could really use a friend. You're my sister. I love you. I'm sorry. Hey, Robin. I really need someone to know. I'm afraid something terrible is gonna happen. You were completely right about Alterra, okay? You were right. I was wrong. The cat should be called Potato. I admit it. Sorry. Bad attempt at a joke. I don't know what to do. I guess I should just come out and say it at this point. I've said this much already. We found a frozen Leviathan that's infected with Kara. Alterra thinks they can use it for something. Weapons, experimental treatments, a whole range of things. But one end of the range is ugly. dangerous. But profitable, of course. What if it gets out while we're messing around with it? Or worse, what if it ends up a bioweapon in the wrong hands? I hope I'm overreacting, but I don't think I am. Anyway, message me back, please. I could really use a friend. You're my sister. I love you.
Ja, Speerpinguin. Todesanzeige? Mhm.
I want to offer my sincerest condolences on the passing of your sister. I got to know Sam better towards the end of my mandate with Altera on 4546B, when we were thrown together as basemates at Outpost Zero. She spoke often and fondly of you. I thought you should know, it didn't sit right with me when Altera blamed Sam's death on negligence. The Samantha Ayu I met was many things. Kind, clever, devoted to her work, but never negligent. I wish I could offer you something more substantial, but my access to information has been cut off. You may be in a better position to look into things than I am. If you're able to, Delta Station was our HQ. They were in a big hurry to leave, and there might still be information to be found there. It has a big radio tower, impossible to miss. I hope you find the answers you seek. Lillian Bench.
Sie war also auf der Delta-Station. Okay. Stichprobe. Okay. Ah ja, jetzt kommen die ganzen Sachen, okay. Wie gesagt, einfach pausieren dann. Warte. Ach ja, genau. Wir haben schon ein bisschen was gescannt, würde ich sagen. Tonbau. Ein Fälschen. Mhm. Ein Wurzel? Der Wickelbild. Essbar sogar, okay. Hades Kelch. Ja, hier. Da ist ja ein Fleischfresser, ne? Ja, ja. Der Schneepirscher. Mhm. Farmwoods. Interessant. Ja. Mit Vorsicht untersuchen. Bodenprobensammler. Ah, die Viecher. Erzader, bla, Fumarole, Galenit, große Formation. Morganit, okay. Würde ich natürlich so offen lassen.
The sea monkeys have changed their tune. If only I could let them know what I need. Maybe they could bring me something useful next time. What was that woman's problem? The one in the exosuit. Like I need to say which woman. And what the hell is she doing on this planet? It isn't exactly a happening vacation spot. She knew their terrain well enough to make a dramatic entrance by jumping off a sheer cliff. So I guess she's been here a while. But how long has she been following me? She said to keep away from her, or off her land. What in this frozen slush bog could she be protecting? Unless she's camped out somewhere. She's definitely heard of Altera, though. Did she meet Sam? I was a little nervous about dropping into an unknown area, but luckily, this biome seems to have an abundance of minerals I can use for tools and upgrades. I didn't want another situation like Bazantos 5. When Xenoworks dropped me off, there were barely any resources. I survived off the land for 3 months with just a knife, my lucky PDA, and some rope. I am still kind of proud of that, though. Picked up what sounds like a distress call. Who or what is out here calling for help? It didn't sound human. Maybe it's from a remnant of architect technology. In her message, Sam's colleague did say there was something important here. Even if it's just a mimic from one of the more intelligent aquatic specimens, that could be a major find. Or if it's from Altera, it could have bearing on what happened to Sam. I should definitely check it out.
Scannen, endlich. Okay, wir haben sehr lange nicht gelesen und
angehört. Battery in titanium, out comes a scanner. Every xenobiologist's favorite tool. This planet has some fascinating flora and fauna, and I can't wait to learn about them. This will also give me access to a greater tool set. I'm assuming Altera left behind tech that I can scan for blueprints. That should make surviving and exploring out here a bit easier. Don't worry, Sam. I haven't forgotten I'm here for you. But it can't hurt to do a little research on the side, right? I know you would have done the same. I will find out what happened to you, I promise. I should have guessed Altera would find a way to clip Sam's wings, like I knew they'd do to mine once they took over Xenoworks. I tried to warn her. She was stubborn, like me. Ever since I was a kid, I always wanted to be so different from her. Scrappier, faster, less play by the rules. But Sam didn't tolerate Altera's corporate red tape any more than I did. She just tried to change it from the inside. I think in the end, we always wanted similar things.
Ja, der Speer-Pinguin. Universalschutzanzug. Verstärkter Tauchanzug. Bisschen anders. Bis 70 Grad, okay. Aha. Eine Atomuhr, ja, das ist genau das, was wir brauchen. Lebensform-Zuchtbehälter, ja, würde ich noch mitwarten. Das ist zurücklaufen. Modifizierungsstation ist auch klar. Pflanzenkästen und Töpfe. Shot, Scannerraum, alles klar. Solarmodul wissen wir auch. Rauchdock, alles klar. Wasserfiltersystem, das brauchen wir auch noch eigentlich. Energie. Bioreaktor, ist ganz klar. Kernreaktor? Ja, weiß ich nicht. Den will ich eigentlich nicht unbedingt. Wärmekraftwerk, das wäre das Mittel zur Wahl, würde ich sagen fast. Müsste man schauen. Energie. Fahrzeuge. Achso, Quatsch. Krebs-Exoskelett Modell 3. Mobile Fahrzeugstation ist auch logisch. Schneefuchs. Den würde ich auch noch ganz gerne irgendwann haben wollen. Halt Seebahn. Haben wir auch schon länger. Aquariumabteil. Hey. Dockabteil wissen wir auch. Fabrikatorabteil, Frachtabteil, Schlafabteil und der Seegleiter natürlich. Oh, und dann haben wir jetzt hier alles durch. Yay. Und das hier ist nur eine Aufzeichnung von dem, was wir schon alles gehört hatten. Wunderbar. Das würde ich noch gerne alles schnell mal hier abhaken. Hier ist auch schneller. Irgendwie nicht so richtig, ne? Schade. Ah ja, das war noch sehr am Anfang. Tag 14. 15. Okay. Tag 37. Yeah, wir haben hier alles weg. Okay, alles klar. Upsala. Wunderbar. So, nachdem wir jetzt gelesen haben, haben wir bestimmt Tag 673 oder so. Ich weiß es nicht genau. Aber was soll's. Gut. Und wir sind jetzt bei ziemlich genau einer Stunde. Boah, das ist echt hart. Ich glaube, das war jetzt fast eine Dreiviertelstunde oder so, nur mit dem Gedöns. Das sollte ich vielleicht nicht mehr so ganz so schleifen lassen und nächstes Mal einfach immer zwischendurch mal ein bisschen machen. Ich glaube, das wäre besser. Gut. Wir haben dieses Ding, das Testüberbrückungsmodul. Damit werden wir beim nächsten Mal dann einfach mal zur Delta-Station. War das Delta? Ich glaube, Delta war es. Anleger zur Station Delta, genau. Dahin. Dann nochmal mit dem Mehrmuni werden wir hier wieder andocken und dann werde ich auch den Krebs da mal mitnehmen. Weil vielleicht... Naja, eigentlich brauchen wir den noch nicht. So glaube ich, aber besser haben und nicht brauchen, als brauchen und nicht haben, nicht wahr? Gut. Auf jeden Fall wissen wir, was wir das nächste Mal zu tun haben. Wir müssen dann zum Sender. Und den irgendwie deaktivieren oder so. Und dann müssen wir wieder zur Irren zurück. Zur Marguerite Mader. Und mal schauen, was die dann dazu sagt. Vielleicht sagt die uns ja dann, wie wir weitermachen sollen. Okay, ich speichere nochmal. Bedanke mich recht herzlich fürs Zuschauen. Sage bis zum nächsten Mal hoffentlich und haut rein, Leute. Ciao, ciao.